Welcome back to this episode of Medical Info That Makes Sense, where we get to discuss beyond medical practice. Now, tonight I've been joined by Dr. Solomon Asiimwe, who has a bachelor's degree of medicine and surgery, but also a master's in public health. Doctor, you're most welcome.
Thank you, Samuel, and thank you for hosting me.
All right, thank you so much for making time. Now, I'm going to start by this segment where we get to break the ice for you. So, for you, if it wasn't medicine and surgery, or if it wasn't the medical field, what other field could you have done?
Thank you so much, Samuel. If it wasn't medicine, I would actually be into entertainment.
Entertainment, what do you mean by entertainment?
Entertainment is really broad,
Yeah.
but anything that really makes people happy, it's something I would wish to be in.
All right.
Yes.
I think we are later on going to find out why it is entertainment, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. The next question here is, would you rather date in the medical field or not date in the medical field? And what would be your reason?
Samuel, I would say I wouldn't date in the medical field. Reason, I also want to explore the other environment out.
Okay.
Because I've seen all in the medical field, so I would be happy to have someone probably who would complement me with maybe another field.
Or would you go for arts or another sciences?
Preferably arts, because I'm a scientist.
Okay.
So the other side would be okay.
Makes absolute sense for me.
Yes.
All right, on to the last question. What is the most unforgettable moment of your medical school?
The most unforgettable moment was actually around the time for examinations. You know, that time is really, there's a lot of tension around that time. So I remember when I was doing, I think, my finals, there is this case which they gave to me, and it was a bit obvious, but because of that tension around the exams, I almost missed the diagnosis. But the examiner was very good. He asked me one good question, which actually led me to the answer, and I managed to pass it. So that moment, I remember it so much, because that examiner was very good. Because he saw I was going to mess up, he just asked one question like this, and then I was back online.
Something like giving you a heads up.
Kind of something related to that, because he just posed the question, and then I was like, oh, I think this is the direction I should take. Yes.
That moment can verify the statement that a student might know the answer, but they might exactly not get what is being asked or required from them.
Yes, actually, most times people fail exams not because they don't know, but there are usually other issues around that moment of exam. It can be some students are anxious, or it may just be not a good day.
Yeah.
And someone will just mess up, and then you fail. Not because you're dull, not because you don't know, but because of that moment at that time, you end up failing.
Definitely, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Now, Dr. Solomon, we want to thank you so much for making time coming through here. When you look at these episodes where we get to talk about beyond medical practice, the truth of the matter is we want for you to open up to the people that are following us out there about things that you have done past medical field. Now, for so many people that go in medical school, a greatest part of their life is going to be into medical practice. It is very hard for someone to go through an experience of 3 years for the diploma holders, 5 years for the bachelor's degrees and all that, and then they do not practice. Looks like everyone is looking forward into medical practice to do the things that they have done, they have studied. But I also know a bit about you, where you have done much more than just practice, and that is why we are here. So tell us about how your journey starts, shifting from medical school into whatever that you do, because I strongly believe that you're into business.
Okay, thank you, Samuel. I should say, first of all, I'm a practicing doctor, and I have my license up to date, and I'm actually still practicing up to now. But then I'm also glad to say that I also do other things outside medical practice. I have a business. Like I already told you, I'm into entertainment.
Yes.
I have a business actually, which is it is a bar, and it's a bar and a restaurant.
Yes.
So when I'm not into the practice, medical practice,
When you're not putting on the white coat.
yes,
Mm.
I'm putting on other things into
Exactly.
entertainment. Yes, yes.
It is very hard for most of us, especially the kind of business that you think. For most people, it might be really not rhyming well with the profession itself. How do you balance that?
Oh, very interesting. Now, people need to understand that yes, we can train and have the skills. Well, that is your job, that is your profession. But we also have other hobbies which we like as individuals, which people need to explore. So for me, aside of the profession, I also have things I like, and I love music so much. So to me, it's something which led me to think of a business which is related to music, and that's how I ended up making an entertainment place. Yes.
After how long did it take you for you to come into the idea of exploring, now truthfully investing in your passion after medical school? How long did it take you?
Because I finished my first degree in 2011, so in 2014, I actually started my business. Those are, I think, about 3 years.
Yes, they are
3 years
3 years.
after graduation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Understanding from your experience, now that I'm sure that you finished in 2011, what would be your remark about people that you graduated with? How many really graduated from entirely clinical practice into exploring new fields? Yeah.
Okay, we have a group, WhatsApp group, and we usually chat with the other colleagues. And I see different people are doing different things, but a majority of them are into practice. At least the ones I'm very sure of, they're about 5. I know they are doing other
5 out
businesses.
of how many?
I think we're about 60 in our class.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know 5. The others, I'm not very sure.
That is less than 5%.
Yes.
What would you say that have been your greatest learning points balancing medical practice and business?
Okay. I think the greatest issue here is to schedule your time very well, because one of the things I looked at before I started my business was like, daytime I'm required to be at work. So if I do also a business which requires me, which needs my time during daytime when I'm supposed to be at work, it may kind of conflict with my job. So I chose something which can engage me aside of the official working time, and that's the entertainment place. Because after work, around 5, I can go to my place and supervise and see how things are going on. And of course, entertainment basically works at night.
Yeah.
So I have the time for day work, official work, and then I also have the time to supervise the business.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, for people following us out there, tonight I've hosted Dr. Solomon, who has a bachelor's degree and a master's of public health, but we are now trying to understand his journey as far as the business world is concerned. Now take a moment and subscribe to this channel. Also like this video so that you do not miss any of the things that are coming up onto this channel, take a moment and send us feedback. Use the comment section and write something that you think will benefit us. But also emphasize that Medical Info That Makes Sense is sponsored by Midland High School of Kawempe. Go ahead and reach out to the 21st century head teacher, Mr. Katelega Mark, and he will admit your students from Senior 1 to Senior 6. We are also sponsored by Kericho Tours and Travel. Those of you who have plans of moving around the country, that's Uganda, but also East Africa, reach out to Kericho Tours and Travel, and all your adventure needs will be met. Dr. Solomon,
yes, please,
allow me to bring you back on. I understand that for most people that go through medical school, like I have already told you, it is about clinical practice. Students are graduating to come out here and work. From your own experience, do you think clinical practice alone is enough in Uganda?
Yes, thank you, Samuel. What I can say, I think I've already hinted on it. When you're doing a clinical practice, it is good. But I think all of us, we need to find something else to do. And our interest really varies. There are colleagues who have ventured to do private practice or to do other private businesses, but in the medical field. That is also pretty good. But then we cannot all be into medical practice.
Yeah.
And you know, these days the training institutions are very many. We have increased in numbers. So not all of us are going to be out there doing business into clinical practice.
Yeah.
So if people can think of other things they can do, I think that would be very, very good. Because a doctor is like any other human being.
Exactly.
You can do any other business. If you're not into clinical practice, you can do something else. Like what I've already told you, it depends on your interest. You may be a doctor, but you have very good skills in maybe playing the piano. So you can start from there and do something private.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, this next episode is just called Fact Check. And still, I'm throwing you random questions to just, like in just a snip, give us an answer. So, on any day between medical practice and your personal business, which one would you go for and why?
I would go for my practice.
You would go for medical practice?
Yes.
Okay.
You ask me why?
Yes, why? Why would you choose your practice?
Practice, I would choose practice because these are skills I've acquired for a very long time. As you know, training a doctor is not something very easy. So I can't say I've done a training for close to 8 years or 10 years, and then I just leave it at that. So given to choose, I would really choose medical practice.
But you have also equally built your business now since 2013.
Yes.
To close to the same time. But you would still choose your medical practice?
Yes. Why the business? Why I would give it a second priority? Because it's a common saying. The chicken which laid the golden egg. Yeah. So it was first the medical training and the skills that I managed to get a starting point
for the business.
For the business.
Yeah.
And then secondly, you know, the business does not require me to be directly there to run it, but the practice would really actually need my personal knowledge and skills, hands-on. So the business can continue running even when I'm not there. As long as you have put systems, things can work out.
Wow, perfect. Yeah. On to the next question. What do you think about career guidance for science students and young health professionals in Uganda?
Yes, career guidance, one, I would say yes, it is the right path we are taking. The government is advocating for sciences. I would say the opportunities are there. But of course, when you go into that, it is good to specialize, because general knowledge, general practice, everyone is getting there. But the more you specialize, the more useful you become. But then also as a caution, that as you're taking that path of the profession, we also have to think of other things which can supplement life, because not only the profession can really make you successful in life, you need other things to support you to really make sure that you get a full life in a full package of life.
Okay.
Yeah.
On to the final question for this episode.
Yeah.
For this particular segment of this episode.
Okay.
What would be your emotional response when you hear a colleague earning less than 300,000 in the field out there?
Very interesting. Of course, I would feel very, very bad in fact, because 300,000 is just lunch for some people somewhere. It's just accommodation for one night. And then remember, we move to the same shops, we move to the same supermarkets, and we basically use the same resources. You who is earning 300 and someone who is earning 10 million a month. So I would really feel so bad, and that is actually a point to come in and think of how we can supplement our income, because honestly 300,000 may not do much in this life we are living in.
But
Yes.
do you think it is throwing around statements, or you have evidence to actually seen some people, some of our colleagues earn that less
Yes.
in the field?
Yes, I have seen.
You have seen it?
Yes, and I even know some.
You
earn
know some
that.
people that
Yes.
earn as low as that
Yes.
in our country.
Yes.
All right. Dr. Solomon here is a person who is trying to give us a whole roundup experience, and as far as his life is concerned, that goes past medical practice. And we are particularly coming to the end of this episode, but just a few questions for him. Okay, Dr. Solomon,
Yes.
as we get to the closure, to the end of this particular episode, in one word, will you sum up your experience?
One word.
Use one word.
It's a hard one. One word or one statement.
One statement.
Okay. I would say we have our profession, which we need to respect, but on top of that, we need also to find our, I would say our hobbies, or aside of a hobby, how do we call it?
Side hustles.
Side hustles, yes.
Yes.
We need to supplement our profession with side hustles.
Okay.
Any of the two can give you a breakthrough,
Wow.
but we need to try both of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Perfect. Now, for the conclusion, what would be your last remarks about medical practice and beyond it? And there I request you to look at that person you want to talk to and give them those candid words for your last comments.
Okay, thank you very much. I think my last words to all the viewers outside there, I want to encourage you that if you really have your profession, please respect it and treat it very, very well and stick to its norms. But also aside of that, you need to identify your side hustle. All of us, we have potential. You need to identify your side hustle and also give it time. It can make a great breakthrough for you. If you identify it very well and then you pursue it very well, it can give you a very good breakthrough. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Solomon. Dr. Solomon has a bachelor's degree of medicine and surgery and also a master's degree in public health. It is very challenging to actually think about it, that you have a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and a thriving business. Is that true?
It is. It is true.
It is very true.
Yes.
And you see, it can be very hard to comprehend its possibility. how someone can continue to study, practice, but also venture in business. Where do you find the balance?
It's very easy, by the way. It just takes a lot of commitment, and you have to build systems. Like for businesses, you know, for a business to survive, you need to put very good systems, because you not say that you'll be there to do everything yourself. Now that's taking me again to the details of the business, how you really need to manage it and make sure that it thrives. You need to get very good workers, very professional. You need to build systems so that the business is able to thrive even when you're not there.
Yeah.
But of course, you have to give it very good oversight so that you know, things don't go bad.
Okay.
Yes.
Dr. Solomon, would you be okay if, because this channel is heavily followed by health workers,
Yes.
from Allied Health, from Nurses and Midwives Council, UMA, PSU, and also many other organizations,
Yes.
bodies that bring all of us together. Would you rather be okay organizing a day where we come through at your bar and restaurant as health workers, and then we just get to enjoy ourselves? What would you think of that?
It is very okay. Actually, before, people have organized small parties. A few health workers, they come over and have a very good moment. And actually, some of them have been amazed by what they see there, and they can't imagine, like, you're a doctor and then you're thinking of something different.
Yeah.
So it would be very, very good. And one other last thing actually I want to emphasize is for all the people outside there, never despise your side hustle. I know people can talk.
Yeah.
Now you look at the doctor is doing ABC. As long as you're not killing people, as long as you're not breaking any crime, you're not causing any crime, it is very okay. Never despise your side hustle. Actually, you have that challenge. People think of, how will I tell people that I'm selling all the clothes, the whole of me, the whole doctor,
Yes.
that I'm selling second-hand clothes.
Yeah.
So please, if you're out there and you want to pursue your side hustle, do not get ashamed of it. As long as you're eating something from it, never get ashamed of it.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Now, I have your number.
Okay.
And I'm going to organize something where those people are going to come. But let us know the location where we are coming. Let us know, because this is an opportunity to call them out there so that they come through.
Okay. So the location of the place, it is in Fort Portal City. The name is called La Rive. If you get Fort Portal City, just mention that name. You'll be able to get there. It is on the road going to Field Medical University. Along there, you'll be able to locate that place. You'll come and we have a great time.
All right. Many thanks, colleagues that have been following this particular episode of Beyond Medical Practice. And in this particular one, I hosted Dr. Solomon Asiimwe. He is a bachelor's degree holder and also has a master's degree. Besides that, he has a very thriving business in a bar and restaurant that is based in Fort Portal, and it is called La Revie. If you have been in Fort Portal, or you have been to the great Fort Portal side, from Chenjojo through Mwenge to finally Fort Portal, you cannot miss without visiting La Revie. And you see, out here he has been very, very candid, inviting all of you to come through and be a part of his project. Support him, especially if you come from a medical background. Support him, especially if you come from a medical background, because now he is someone that is lighting in the right direction, posing as an example to a lot of possibilities that can happen for so many people that were thinking only within the medical field. That is all you can get from us. Other than that, it is always me, your host, Samuel Chibuka. Until another time, see you.